Apologies for the background noise, the laundry machine is going off. But hello everyone, it is me, Yi King, and we are back with an unboxing today. We got from Beyblade, Beyblade X, Incendio T470K. So yeah, I finally have another CX Bay. I mean, to be fair, they did just recently come out. So it was kind of like with when UX just hit Hasbro in like wave 3, you know, we only started off with 2. Obviously, that was a tiny wave. Wave 5 had like 4 CX starters. But yeah, it's like kind of just a slow start. But yeah, actually, how many? Oh yeah, I only got the UX base and 2 of them are busted. But yeah, pretty cool. Brain fart. I don't know, just really happy having another CX Bay in the collection. I mean, it's pretty cool that you got Reaper in the same wave as the other 3, because like there was such a small gap, because usually it's like about a year wait for baby releases in Hasbro, but since like wave 5, a handful of bays actually get released pretty quickly. Like March was the release of CX, but then for Hasbro wave 5, obviously we got our first batch of CX bays, that being Courage Strand, Arc Wizard, and Dark Perseus, and Reaper Incendio. And honestly, Reaper was like the next month release in TT, but it came out in the same way, so it was less of a waiting time. You wanted to get the prize bay, which was pretty cool. And now the K-bed's actually kind of meta. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty cool. Well, anyways, without further ado, we have the box right here, CX. The difference between CX, UX, and BX. BX just a standard bay, something like Tusk Mammoth and Horn Rhino, or Tail Viper. Still hoping to release that blue Tail Viper, but every wave I lose more and more hope. UX just means to specialize in one category, so like Buster Drown specialize in one-hit KOs, or Wand Wizard specialize in lots of stamina. And then CX means you have more customization, so it just means like you have extra parts to customize with, that being a lock chip and the auxiliary blades, and yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. Obviously you have the name right here, Reaper Incendio. Says bounce type in different languages, the bounce type logo, AJJ Plus made by Hasbro and TT. CX logo, you have the little rip tab right here, but if you know me, I like to preserve my boxes, so I don't do that. You have the window up here showing off the lock chip, blade, and the auxiliary blade. Flip down here, you have the CX logo, but if this was a UX bay, it would say UX, and if it was a BX, it would say nothing. Flip down here just tells you can download the Beyblade X app for free on both the App Store and Google Play Store. Flip down here, you have your beautiful barcode. Then up here, you have your CG render of Reaper Incendio. Up here shows what's included. Since this is a starter pack, you get both a proto launcher and the bay itself. Flip to the back, you have the stats. So Reaper Incendio T470K is a right spin bounce set bay, which funnily enough, everything besides the ratchet is actually new parts. I thought 470 was new, but then I remember we got it on B-Tyranno in wave 3. I think that's the only other way to get 470. I don't know if there's another bay that came with it, but I know definitely B-Tyranno, not Reaper Incendio, but I don't know if there's anyone else, so yeah. Let's start over here. So, Reaper Incendio is your lock chip. It secures the CX bay. I'm stupid, I forgot the name separate in 2 parts. So the lock chip is called Incendio. Then, let me pause the video. I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb, so I mean, I was lucky so far, but it's just like if a call comes in and just, I don't know if it like quits the video or not, so. But you have the blade, the primary blade called Reaper, which has rapid smash attacks. Then you have the auxiliary blade, which is called the assist blade in TT, which props to Hasbro for both the name Incendio and actually calling the assist blade something cooler. I mean, assist blade does the job, auxiliary actually makes it sound cooler. Because like in TT, they call Robin's blades like Hells or Hells, but I think Incendio sounds much more cooler, like Hell's Reaper. Okay, sounds cool, but Reaper Incendio, Hammer Incendio, Hell's Hammer. Like, come on, they sound cool, man. But T, it enhances stamina attack, which T stands for turn. So basically how it works is it's kind of like from Beyblade Burst with some stuff where you can like change modes. So this is kind of like a mode change. You can have a set of stamina or attack, and then you just gotta like flip it around and it becomes the other one. I forget which one it is in packaging, but when it comes to the video for the test launch and test battles, we'll play it out in both modes since it does do that. And for any future base that have mode changes, I will show both modes. And then we hop over to actual base stats for the whole Blade Reaper Incendio turn. Attack 40, defense 20, stamina 40, and it's a right spin balance type. For the Wretched 470, stamina 11, defense 12, stamina 7, height 70. So 470 has 4 points of contact and is 70 millimeters tall. And for the bit K, which stands for kick, attack 35, defense 25, stamina 15, dash 25, and burst 80. So pretty cool, and I forgot to bring out my scissors. Luckily it's not that much of an issue. But yeah, pretty cool. Alright, well, let's pop it open. Always be careful using scissors or anything sharp, especially if you're a youngin'. I remember getting this and trying my best to look to see if the parts are there, because, like I said, well, I don't know if I pointed this out or not, but when I got my own Stagger Giant, I was going to get tied well with it, but as I was shopping, I noticed the little rip tab was gone, and the package felt a bit lighter compared to Stagger Giant, and that's when I realized, oh, they took the parts, because I feel like most people buy the tied wheel for the Elevate bit, because it's actually pretty good, so I was like, dang. Which is funny, because that was like the first week at the Walmart where I usually go to, where they actually took the bays out of the glass cabinet. So it's like, wow, go effing figure. The moment they come out, someone takes apart. It's like reinforces why they were behind there. I mean, like, it's a booster pack. It's like $10 Canadian. You can't splish that out even if it's just for like one part. Like, you know, it still sucks if you do it, but I understand if it's like a starter or something, but I feel like you still shouldn't. It's even worse when it comes to like Hot Wheels. Like, you see people steal a Hot Wheel pack, they're like $2 in Canadian. Like, you can't shell $2 for a simple little car, you just have to rip it out. If you get caught, it's like more of a fine than it is for the car itself. There we go. Alright, let's just take a look at the little instruction. Hey! That's different. Oh wait, no, I'm so used to for being Transformers stuff because it's a Hasbro product. But like, I'm so used to it being like a little piece of paper that says a bunch of random junk, but I remember that's like a Transformers thing. Okay, which side is the right side? Okay, this is the right side. Alright, so here's how you would assemble the bay, and since this is my second CX bay, I actually know how to do it now. Perseus was a little bit rough, but that was my first CX bay, so I mean, you could probably give me benefit of the doubt. But I will show how you would assemble the bay. Flip to the back, it shows you how you launch the bay. Oh, that's the Beyblade X app again. Oh, okay, so this tells you how you use turn. So there's the attack blade setup and there's the stamina blade setup. They look identical. The dues and done to the stadium, so I guess they cut out some stuff. I will definitely be taking a look at this when we do the mode changes. Okay, so stamina is up while attack is down. Do you have to like pop something out to do it? Okay, so you do have to pop it out. Alright. Since this is a starter pack, here's your proto launcher. Honestly, sometimes you get special ones, like I know for Buster Dren and Hammer Incendio, you got a black proto launcher with like a red and blue ripcord to kind of pay homage to the TT versions. And then obviously with the collab base, you get some special stuff. And stadiums, you get just black and black. But yeah, they do the job. If you have the money, I suggest you invest in like a string or a winder. But, you know, they do the job. Actually, why did I fold you up? You stay right over here so I know what I'm doing. Which, if I ever use Incendio for battle, I don't know if I do like half of it in one mode or do the other half in a different mode. Which, funny enough, at the time of recording this, the second episode just released of season 2, and so far it's good, but the CX base aren't introduced yet. But, you know, really happy season 2 is out now. Just check you up there. So we got the pot so far. Now we can take you out. Alright, well that was pretty clean until Incendio fell out. Okay, let's just do it like that. I guess we take a look at the lock chip since it's gonna be too special about it. Just shows like the gear chip / face bolt / Bay avatar. That's what focus is. I will admit, there's only up to Reaper Incendio right now at the time of this recording, but I've ordered Incendio base for right now. This one is my favorite gear chip, which is the little face with like the little picture of the Beyblade that's called gear chip. But this is my favorite gear chip out of the Incendio base. It's definitely the one from Reaper Incendio. It's definitely my favorite. Yeah, I guess we can just look at the other parts and then go up there. So next we have Ratchet 470. Nothing too special about it, just in a black and red color, but definitely works for like a Star Wars bay. They are pretty cool. Obviously it's a 4-side ratchet, so they're not the greatest. I think there are some combos that actually do well with the 4 ratchets, but nothing meta-wise, but still do good with it. It's just the 4 and 2s are not the greatest because they're very burst heavy, so just keep that in mind. Like, obviously they're not going to burst always, but it's just you have more of a chance of burst with them if you use the 2s and the 4s. Up next we have Kick, and you see it has like this hexagonal shape. It's kind of like a fusion between Hexa and Taper, or High Taper. It's either one of the Tapers. I'm pretty sure it's Taper though. But it's like kind of a mix between those two, so it's kind of like a fusion bit. But yeah, I know it does well with Hover Wyvern, which I remember when the set first came out, people didn't think Hover Wyvern would be that great because it's a Hasbro Bay, and Hasbro Bays aren't the greatest. And it turns out it's pretty meta good, so I think it helps justify the price a bit more, but who knows. Yeah. Obviously has a thick resistor, so you have less chance of bursting, but obviously that doesn't mean like one without one is always going to burst, just you have a better chance. Just something to keep in mind. Holy damn, my camera does not like the colors today. And then we have 10, which... Okay, so you start on stamina mode, because when it's in attack mode, you... Wait, no, which mode are you in? Hang on. Alright, so starting in attack mode, the way to tell if it's facing up, then it's in stamina. If it's facing down, it's in attack. But if you get this out of the box, it does start in attack mode. But since this is a CX bay, this is where the QR codes are on the auxiliary blades. So if you want them, you gotta look for the auxiliary blades. So here's the QR code scan, Reaper Incendio into your Beyblade X app. They are universal, so you're good. And plus I scanned it in anyways as soon as I'm done filming these unboxings. And then next up we have the blade, Incendio, which honestly I remember thinking these were stickers, pretty sure everybody else thought they were, like thought they were bringing back stickers, but no, they're like printed onto the blade, which is pretty cool, don't you know? But yeah, pretty cool. It's just for like Team Persona. That's like Perseus doesn't have it, but that's because he's someone else. But like the Team Persona base, they do have this. So like if you get Arc or Courage, they're also gonna have this kind of design. Yeah, let's assemble the bay. So how it works is, first off, you take this, you put it in. I'm hoping you're in attack mode. I think you're in attack mode, because on the picture it shows like the tabs are supposed to be facing up for it to be in stamina. But you put in the auxiliary blade, then you put in the lock chip. Then you put in the lock chip. Thank you. So yeah, you put that in. Oh wait, then you twist to secure it. Whoops. Yeah. So you twist to secure it. Obviously they say you use the bit, but I mean you can just use your fingers. I do know with like Blast Pegasus or like Pegasus Blast, I forget how it's pronounced. It actually comes with like a tool to actually twist it on and off, so that's kind of cool. I'll never get that when we get it as a Hasbro release. Probably would have to be released as a deluxe pack though. Then you put in the ratchet and you twist to the right, but it's a left spin bay, you twist to the left. Which, to be honest, I can see Chrome's Bay being the first CX left spin bay, because we already have Cobalt Dragoon. Which, to be honest, I kind of prefer if we get like Cobalt Impact, like it's the Impact Jig, but Cobalt Dragoon is a left spin rubber bay. But then you put in the bit, and if it was a BX bay, you spin around to make it look pretty. But with the power of CX, obviously you take like your bay right here, like Perseus is mounting a CX bay. You could disassemble them. Now we'll be doing this for every CX bay. And now you can like swap around some parts. So now, if I can put you back on. Now you have Dark Perseus. It's hard to get the lock chips in because I suck at this. And now you have Dark Incendio. Actually, that sounds like a fire name. But yeah, you know, just some stuff you can do. With that out of the way, let's get the stadium ready. So I'll be right back and I'll whip out the stadium. Alright, so we have the Mina out. So we're gonna do a test launch. So I'll do it first in this attack mode version, then we'll do the turn. Yeah, we put turn into stamina mode, which I will just pause the video on the recording to do. But test launch attack mode, let it rip. Cool. Alright, let me just quickly get into stamina. Alright, now we have it in stamina mode, which I think gives it a little bit more height, which I forgot to actually lock it in. There we go. But yeah, I think stamina mode gives it a bit of height because you gotta flip it around to make it look taller. So if you have attack mode a bit lower, stamina mode makes it a little bit taller, with CX base as tall as is. But apparently the lowest height for the auxiliary blade / the slash blade is apparently the slash one, which you get with Courage Strand. So if you want the lowest one, get that one. But yeah, test launch for stamina mode, let it rip. Well, it still seems to perform this. Actually, no, it's a little bit different. because now it's going to the center, kind of. It's doing a little bit of a different. Like it says on the booklet, stamina is supposed to be deflection, while attack's supposed to be rapid attack. But I mean, it is a little bit different. But let's have a fight. So for its battle partner, as you saw earlier, but now I actually link it. Well, you know, it could have been someone from the Incendio family. But we are going to have a fight up against Dark Perseus. Anyone on my thoughts appear in this bay, I have a link to its video. Or Perseus Dark, I forget, the names get flipped up while I record this stuff. I'm pretty sure it's Perseus Dark, yeah. But if you want to know my thoughts opinion on this bay, I'll have a link to this video in the description down below and in the icon up above. But since I'm in stamina mode, we're fighting stamina, and I'll just quickly pause the video, swap it back to attack mode. But yeah. So round one, well, actually no, I'll just do both rounds of stamina, then I'll pause the video and then do both rounds in attack, just to make it fair. Alright, let it rip. Let it rip. Alright, now we launch Perseus, and then we quickly swap Incendio back to attack. Let it rip. Let it rip. Remember, this is stamina mode. Come on, make contact. It's like hurting me because it's not making contact. There it's contact. And it still fumbles. Alright, I'm gonna quickly put Incendio into attack mode, so give me 1 second. Alright, so it's in attack mode, and like for a little reference to know which mode it's in. Attack mode, you'd see all the tabs, like all the little clicky points. That means you're in attack mode. Well, in stamina, you only see it for the part that actually connects to the ratchet. So like the outside layer will be smooth, but if you feel bumps on the outside, then you're in attack mode. Oh, wait, can you actually stand up by yourself? No, you can't. Alright, so now we're fighting in attack mode, so we launch it first. Ready? Alright, now we launch Perseus first, and this is a longer video, but that's because it has different modes. Plus CX videos are just longer because there's more parts to talk about. Let it rip. Let it rip. I think that's why it's balanced, because it can no change. I think I'll do it for battles if I ever do like Beyblade battles with it. It's like each round I'll just switch back and forth between different modes. Come on, make contact. But yeah, I think that's how I do it, to like just make different modes. And we win that. Thank you, Perseus. I'll quickly whip back up the playmat unbox. But that's been my look at Incendio turn 470 kick. I'd like to thank you folks watching this Beyblade X video. If folks did enjoy the unboxing, give the video a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below and I'll plan as fast as I can. And subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video /short/stream. But until next time, toodles!